Part 3. A future built on hope months had passed since Amina entered our lives. Her presence had transformed our small home from a place of despair to one of laughter, learning, and hope. My son, once quiet and timid, now smiled freely. He pursued his studies with determination, guided by Amina's gentle encouragement. Yet the world outside had not changed. Relatives still whispered behind our backs, neighbors doubted our potential, and society judged us for what we lacked. Poverty had not vanished. It lingered like a shadow, but now it no longer controlled our hearts. One evening, as we sat together under the warm glow of our little home, my son spoke with a confidence I had never heard before. "Mom, I want to start a business, something meaningful, something that can help others like us." Tears welled in my eyes. His words were more than ambition. They were a declaration of hope. Amina smiled, her eyes shining, and said, "I'll help you. We can do this together." With her guidance, he began planning. They worked tirelessly, combining their skills, ideas, and courage. Slowly, the impossible became possible. Doors that had been firmly closed for years began to open, not because of wealth, but because of perseverance, integrity, and the undeniable spark of potential. Then came the hardest test. One day, a wealthy family approached my son, expressing interest in a partnership, but with a condition. They doubted his background, his lack of resources, and even questioned his character. Amina stood by his side. "Judge him by his actions, not by his wealth," she said. And in that moment, he spoke with calm confidence, explaining his vision, his ethics, and his unwavering dedication. The family paused. Slowly, they realized that character, courage, and commitment were worth far more than money. They agreed to the partnership. Our small, poor family had earned respect, not with silver or gold, but with integrity, heart, and relentless hope. Months turned into years. My son's business flourished. Amina became his life partner, a companion in every sense. Together, they not only built a future for themselves, but also helped many others who had been overlooked or dismissed because of poverty. I, too, found a new purpose. I opened my home to children and families in need, teaching them that hope and love are stronger than the world's prejudice. One night, as we all sat together, my son held my hand. "Mom," he said softly, "you never gave up on me. You found hope where no one else could. Everything we have now, it's because of you." I smiled through tears, realizing that the true wealth of life is not in possessions, not in social status, but in the courage to keep believing, the love we share, and the hope we nurture. Amina leaned on my son's shoulder. "Sometimes," she said quietly, "all it takes is one person to see what others cannot." And then everything changes, and indeed, everything had changed. Our lives, once shadowed by poverty and rejection, were now filled with light, opportunity, and love. The doors that had once been locked, by society, by circumstance, by doubt, were now open. And this time, we stepped through them together. Because hope, courage, and love are the only wealth that can never be taken away.